Hello everyone and welcome to Shauna Stitches. Yes, there's a chihuahua on my lap, shocker. This is my podcast mostly about knitting, but I also throw in some other crafting in there as well. Today is June the 1st. I cannot believe half the year. I guess half the year is technically over at the end of the month, but still, I can't believe that we're already this far into the year. It feels like the year's just started. So anyway, I have a lot of stuff to share with you today, but not a ton of knitting. So anyway, we'll get started. If you watched my last podcast, you'll know that I had a Knitty by Nature giveaway going on for these stitch markers. Cute little globe with some colored beads and these other ring stitch markers. And I said that I was going to throw in some yarn in there as well. So I did a random number generator. Actually, I didn't use random number generator. I used Siri, which I will input a screenshot of what I got, the results I got there. But I asked Siri to take a number between 2 and 10 because I had a total of 9 people enter the giveaway. And anyway, Siri came up with the number 3. So number 3 was Angelic Embers, who is Nicole from New Jersey. So congratulations, Nicole. Nicole from New Jersey. She showed me that she was knitting. Let me see if I can find it here. I'll insert a picture, but she's knitting a You Wear It Well cardigan, which looks awesome. Thank you for sharing that, and thank you to everyone else who shared their projects. That was really nice to see what you're working on. And she also told me that she liked the beach theme stitch markers by Knitty by Nature the most. So I also saw on her profile that her favorite colors are purple, blue, and black. So I chose this Ice Yarn Magic Light yarn from my stash, which has some nice purples, deep blues, gray, and white. And I'm going to send that to her as well, along with those Knitty by Nature stitch markers. Thank you again, Melissa, for sending those to me to give away. I have some acquisitions to show later from her, so I guess I should tell you, I totally jumped into that giveaway because I was so excited about it, but you can find me on social media at Shauna Stitches, one word, on Instagram. On Ravelry, I'm also under Shauna Stitches as my username, where you can see all of my projects. And there's a group for this podcast under the Shauna Stitches podcast group. And of course on YouTube, if you're watching me there, I am under Shauna Stitches as well. So everywhere you can find me as Shauna Stitches. I'm drinking black coffee today. I really need to eat something. It's currently almost 6 p.m. and I haven't eaten yet today because it's been crazy hectic. And I really needed to get this podcast done. I wanted to get it done, but I have a million things to do. So I'm sorry if it feels a little rushed. It probably is going to be a little on the short side, which most of mine are anyways, but that's why, because I have a million things to do. But I'll talk about that more at the end. So finished objects. I have one finished object, which you saw as a half object last week, and that is Glenn's Blueberry Waffles socks in the, I totally forget what the yarn is called. Crazy Zobber Ball, that's it. Crazy Zobber Ball yarn, 2.5 millimeter needles. I did a contrasting afterthought heel and a contrasting toe. And you'll notice I have a bigger sock blocker. I was able to get some, these are size men, 12 men's sock blockers from Tesla Knits on Etsy. And I tried to get a size 14, but that would have been a custom order and she's super busy with school. So I was happy to get these size 12s, which you can see the little pattern there. And they fit pretty well, you know, there's a little extra room, but these fit good. So I'm not gonna complain about that. And they work way better than the sock blockers that I had for my socks. So yeah, finished pair. These were May socks for Glenn. And now it's June, so time to start some new socks. That is the only, what did I do? I forgot one. Hang on, I think it's just around the corner here. I have a different setup today. Nope, it's not. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. So, like I mentioned last episode, if you watched, and if you haven't watched, I'm going to tell you again. I felt like I was having a lot of whips, so I decided to come up with a new strategy to get some of these things done. So, my goal was finish my May socks as early on in the month as I could, and then work on one project until it's done, and then if I would have had time, work on another project. So the project that I picked to work on was my So Faded sweater. And I know I showed this to you last time, and I have done a ton on it since then. So there's the front. There you can see it. I mean, it actually looks like a sweater now. And I've tried it on. I'll insert some photos of what it looks like on. I can't remember. Last time I podcasted, I think I was still in this color. I don't think I'd even added in the third color yet. So you can see that is quite a lot of knitting. And I even started a sleeve. So the yarns that I've used here are Nicole, not Nicole Huloko, but Huloko's yarn by Nicole. It's in teal tweed sock, so you can see there's little brown and black bits of the tweed, which melted into Yarn Cafe Creations Ocean Mist, which is awesome. And that melted into Legacy Fiber Arts. Oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name. It's one of their Halloween colorways. Anyhow, it's on my Ravelry page. If I think of it, I'll mention it. And then the very last one is Birch Fire by Witch Candy Yarns, which I absolutely loved. I have to get another skein of this because it knitted a little funky in the sweater, I'm not gonna lie. I don't dislike it, it's gonna stay. But I think that this would have been better for socks. But I love how it transitions. I love how, you know, even though there's not orange in the top, there's sort of a tan, and I just think it fades really nicely. And I can't wait to wear it. So I ordered some new 9-inch circulars to finish off the sleeves, and it's a new month anyway, so I really wasn't wanting to put it down, but now that I'm waiting on needles, it's okay to put it down. But it probably will not get finished this month, which is sad because I really want to wear it. But the reason for that is I'm going on vacation mid-month, and I don't think I'll be bringing a sweater to work on. If I was smart, I'd probably keep working on that, and sorry, Rudy's being distracting. If I was smart, I'd probably keep working on the sweater, finish that, and then bring socks on me with vacation. But I really don't know how much time I'm going to dedicate to knitting while I'm on vacation. There's definitely going to be some poolside knitting and that sort of thing, but you know, I want to enjoy it. Well, hello there, I'm back. I realized that my iPad stopped recording, and I'm not really sure why, except for that it thinks it's out of memory, and it shouldn't be, so I don't know what's going on, but I hope we'll be good. And luckily I didn't get too far beyond what I had actually got recorded, you know, I didn't lose too much. So anyway, I was mentioning that it's June, and Mina has come out with her new sock collection, or sock club collection pattern for June called Times Square. And I think I'm going to do both Glenn and I's socks out of, or from the same pattern. Unless, of course, I find the pattern to be too slow, and then I'm sure he'll be more than happy with another pair of blueberry waffles. So this is the yarn that I picked for him. This is Lion Brand Sockies in the color Taffy. And it's this nice, it's a little more teal in real life, but it's this bright blue teal color with tan and gray. I think it should stripe up. And for his contrasting heels and toes, I'm going to use, it's also Lion Brand Sockies in the color Snow Cone, and it's a perfect match for the tealy blue. So I think that'll look really nice. And then for mine, I'm going to use Oh, it's blowing out so bad. Ice Yarns Magic Sock. Here we go. In this really pretty sort of rainbowy color. The color that's washing out is yellow. So yellow, purple, blue, orange, and some pink. So I think that'll look really nice. She said just about any yarn will work for that, except for a really variegated, I can't even talk today, a really variegated color won't work well. So as you can see, very abnormal for me. It's June 1st and I don't even have my sock yarn caked up or anything. Okay, I guess I will talk about acquisitions next. So I have several. I already mentioned that I got larger sock blockers for Glen socks, and I also got these sock blockers, a size larger than the ones I already had, and I haven't tried these on my socks yet, but I just felt like they weren't quite getting stretched out enough. Gosh, this lighting's really bad. Or maybe that will help, I don't know. I'm just happy to have some daylight left to record in, especially because freeing up space on my iPad took some time. Also, acquisitions, speaking of Knitty by Nature. You know what I forgot to mention during that giveaway also, Nicole? Make sure that you contact me on Ravelry message and send me your address and your full name so I can get that package out to you. That's an empty package. Here we go. So I encourage you all to go look at Knitty by Nature's shop and tell me what you like. Oh my gosh, what happened to it? Oh, excuse me for 1 second. It fell on the floor. Okay. So I went and did the same thing and, of course, ended up buying some things. And I've been waiting to use these until I showed them on my podcast first. So the first one I got is this cute little hippo. I have a thing for hippos. They're like by far my favorite animal. I don't know why. They're just cute. So I got a second animal, a little hippo with his mouth open. It's really hard. It's glaring, I know. She has much better photos on her website, so you really should go check it out on Etsy. I got this dragonfly, which I love. And last but not least, because I live at the beach, I got the sand dollar. And then on top of that, she sent me 3 little rings to use as stitch markers. And this globe style stitch marker to attach her card. Oh my gosh, nothing wants to focus today. And yeah, and she sent me the ring to keep track of them on. So that was very nice. Thank you again, Melissa. Also, did I mention? No, I just posted on, oh, the lighting. Ugh, it's bad. I posted on Instagram that I had been watching the Yarn Hoarders podcast, Amber, and she was talking all about the no pants revolution, and I think that sounds like a fantastic idea for a couple reasons. One, my pants don't fit as well as they used to. I don't have many pairs left that still fit well, and yeah, that's depressing, but it is what it is. And just because, you know, obviously I have to wear pants at work every day, and I don't get to be girly very often, and I'm not super girly anyways, but if you don't know. But anyway, I just thought it'd be nice to wear skirts, and it would be amazing if I actually ever had tan legs. I don't really tan anyway, I'm super pale, but you know, a girl can dream. So anyway, I got to looking online and I found some patterns. So this is the first pattern that I ordered. It's called the Everyday Skirt by, I don't know how you say their name, Liesl & Co. L-I-E-S-L, Liesl & Co. And I found this on Etsy. If you just search for Everyday Skirt, you'll find a website where you can download the PDF. But being a new sewer, not having a good printer, I just felt like this was the way to go. So it came very fast, came in, I don't know, less than a week. And when you look on Etsy or on where you can download the PDF, it has the size information here and tells you how much yardage to get and whatnot. And then also at the same time, I signed up for email alerts for McCall's, and I guess this is a version of McCall's. Anyway, it was all from the same website, and they were having a pattern sale. So for $2.49 each at regular, like, I don't know, $12 or $14, I got some others. This one is Quick Sew K7394, if I read that correctly backwards. Yes, K3794, and it is supposed to be a learn to sew pattern. So I got it for the skirt. I definitely like the longer version better. I wish I could pull off the shorter version, but you know, gotta be realistic. I also ordered McCall's M7561, this beautiful dress, and I happen to like the one pictured here the most, and I do like the long sleeve version for the winter. I don't think I'll make the others, but you never know. And lastly, this one, M7432. Again, it's another cute little dress. I also prefer the version she's wearing here over the other styles. However, long sleeves wouldn't be a bad idea. But I like these versions here. I would even make the sleeveless one for the summer. So I really like those. I feel like they're going to be very versatile. But for now, I'm sticking to the skirts. So I headed off to the fabric store this morning, and I'm going to go off on a little tangent here. When I ordered this pattern, obviously, I had to look at the sizing chart. This pattern actually does sizes 0 to 16. And of course, sewing sizes are different than like going to the store and going shopping sizes. So, you know, if you wear a size 8 pants, you're not going to probably make a size 8 in this. But anyway, clearly I was delusional about my waist measurements because I thought I would be making a size large, which has a natural waist of 33 inches. And then it says down below, so it's 33 inches for your waist size, but the pattern is supposed to have a relaxed waist size of 34.5 and then extended for the elastic of 45.5. So it's really versatile. And I already had done my fabric shopping and everything, and I knew for the size that I thought I was gonna get that I needed 1 3/4 yards. So I got 2 yards of everything, thinking a little extra, more than enough, that'd be great. But yeah, then I got home and actually measured, and I should have gotten 2 1/4 yards. So that's not cool. It is depressing on many levels. One being my waist is bigger than I thought. I knew I'd gained some weight, but I didn't think I'd gain that much. And then also just because, you know, I bought 5 different prints of fabric. But the good news is I have washed and pre-shrunk the fabric, and I just laid out my pieces the way it says to, and I think I can just fit them. So I'm gonna try and make it work. I know worst comes to worst, I can cut the pockets out of a different print, I think. At least, yeah, I think that should work. Again, I'm not a sewer. I'm very new to this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I did buy some pinking shears and some other actual like fabric scissors, but I didn't bring them over here to show you. So yeah, so I got some really pretty fabrics. I'm gonna show you the one that I fell in love with first. So this here, I don't even know what kind of flowers those are, but they are beautiful. I absolutely love this. Hopefully it will look good in a skirt. I kind of feel like you can love something looking at it like this, and it might be a different story when I've got it wrapped around me, covering half of my body. So hopefully it's not too much. I don't normally go for red, but this was just the right color of red, and I particularly love this version of the flower, how it's just outlined in the red. It's just so beautiful, and I think being that I love orange, this is sort of orangey enough and pinky enough that it's not overly red. Second fabric I picked out is this beautiful blue background with butterflies and words all over it. And I just think this is gorgeous. I think that this will make a really pretty skirt, at least I hope so. The other thing I'm running into is like, I don't know what shirts to wear this. I mean, you see I'm wearing like my Oregon Duck shirt and, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to wear, but hopefully I'll figure it out. The third pattern that I picked out is this beautiful light green with, again, orange, of course, pattern, and it has birds all over it. I don't know why, but there were like 3 or 4 patterns there, prints, that had birds on them. I don't particularly like birds, but they were gorgeous. All right, so this next one is very much out of my comfort zone, but I really like it. It's the Sugar Skulls on a, I wouldn't say tie-dye, but like tonal, I guess, tonal black and gray background, and with those pops of color. I just think it's really cute. Like, I should probably only wear it around Halloween, but I think I'll wear it all the time. And last but not least, I got this beautiful gray, navy, white, and yellow fabric. And I just think that's really pretty. I feel like it will go with just about anything. So I haven't decided which fabric I'm going to make the first skirt out of. I actually bought muslin too. And if I were smart, I would start with that and I would do a muslin skirt and I would make sure it's gonna fit. But I'm not smart and I'm impatient, and yeah. So like I told you, I didn't buy enough fabric, but I did put all the pieces out onto this one, the butterflies. And what are you doing? So I know that they'll all fit on here, so I might start with the butterflies. It seems dumb, but you know what? There's more at the store, and I'm gonna hope that it fits. So just a couple other little notes, I guess. Now we're gonna get away from sort of knitting and whatever, and this will just be my blather, if you will. So yeah, I mentioned the whole clothing size thing, and I've been really down about that. And believe me, I know there's things I can do to change it. I know this better than anyone else. So yes, I could be exercising more. I could be eating better. I could be drinking less wine. You know, it's hard. I work 12-hour shifts. I'm at work for 14 hours a day. When I'm at work, I don't find a lot of time to exercise on my work days. In fact, I don't find a lot of time to do anything other than work on my work days. And it is what it is. I really don't know how I can change that. I can get less sleep, but I already get like 6.5 hours, and it's just not enough. And I find myself going to the snack machine a lot at work, and I need to stop that because it's all junk food. And we just had Police Week last week, or I guess a couple weeks ago now. And of course there's tons of junk food. Nobody brings healthy snacks. It's always junk, and I like junk. So I really need to cut back on that. I need to do a lot of things. It's just really depressing. It's kind of like, you know, I know you don't wake up and get there overnight, but it kind of feels like you do. So I'm dealing with that. Dealing with, you know, the realizing I need to make the larger pattern size and hoping that that fits. Like, definitely, according to the finished size and what it extends to, it's gonna fit. Yeah, it is what it is. And then I know I made a post on Instagram probably about a week ago. It was the same day that I ordered all the patterns. And I've just been feeling really, really down, and it sucks. I definitely don't want to drag anyone down with me, but I've been kind of torn in my mind as to whether or not to keep podcasting or not. And for a couple reasons. I mean, I love podcasting. I love, you know, I don't love talking to the camera, I guess, but I like showing what I'm working on. I like being excited about that. I like being part of the community. I like sort of hopping on bandwagons, if you will. You know, I love seeing other people's ideas, and I like, you know, trying those ideas and sharing with you what, you know, how I've executed that particular idea, that particular project, what I have, you know, going on, what I have in mind. So I don't think I've quite hit my podiversary yet, my 1 year, but it's really close. I think it's this month sometime, maybe next month. And I'm not expecting to have thousands of viewers, thousands of subscribers. I'm not Mina. I'm not Amber from Yarn Hoarder. I'm not Kristen from Volenvine or Yarngasm, and I'm not Katie from Inside 23. There's a lot of great podcasters out there. Those, the ones that I just named are some of my favorites. I love watching them. They're always upbeat. They're always outgoing. They're always just really, really fun to watch. Even when they're talking about something serious. And, I know that I'm not that person. I'm not super outgoing. I'm not super upbeat. I'm just me. I tend to be a very down-to-earth person. I tend to be a very direct person. And I'm not just super bubbly. It's just not me. It's not the job that I do. I don't have acting experience. I'm not, I guess what I'm trying to say, I'm not anyone special. I don't know. Anywho, that being said, it's been like a year now. I didn't expect to get tons of viewers from the get-go. I knew it was going to take time. I haven't been super consistent with podcasting, but I felt like I would have, more than 100 or 150 views per episode. And, I don't know, maybe I just won't. So I have to decide, knowing that that's sort of the outlook, knowing that that's the future, do I want to keep podcasting? Because it takes time. It takes time to film. It takes time to upload. It takes time to edit, to do giveaways. It takes money. And I'm trying to do all this, and I do enjoy it. But I just have to decide if my enjoyment is enough to do my own podcast, or if I will be happy to just participate in others, by watching, by commenting. Instagram, I really enjoy sharing photos there. So, thank you to all those people out there who do watch. I know that I do have people who watch every single episode that I upload and comment, and that's just awesome. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm not discounting the fact that you've watched me by any means. I'm a very busy person. I have a lot going on, and I'm just trying to figure things out, just like everyone else, I guess, just trying to figure it out. So anyway, I've been feeling really down about that, and have a lot going on. I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast that I've had a super busy morning. It's after 6 now, and I have a super busy evening planned. So Glenn's getting ready to move in, which I am more than thrilled about. But I have to, clean out the garage and stuff. That's my goal for today, is to get the garage cleaned out so he can start moving in some boxes and stuff. And it's not crazy out of control. I just have some shelves in there that I need to clear off a section of the shelving and get my bike hung up on on bike hooks, that sort of thing. So yeah, sorry to be a bit of a downer at the end here. It's just kind of how I've been feeling lately, and I debated whether or not. I'm back again. What a crappy time for my iPad to decide to run out of storage again. Like I was just saying, like an hour and a half ago, I debated about whether or not to even share that with you guys, but I decided to, because yeah, it affects the podcast. So anyhow, I'm gonna go. I've almost edited most of the podcast now. I actually figured out what was going on with my iPad, and those of you who also are filming on your iPads, I know I've watched a couple, I can't remember who, but they were also having storage problems. So after I upload each video, I delete it because I don't want it to take up room. And they've changed how they keep the videos on your iPad now, and actually I think all iDevices. There's a file that you can go into where it saves recently deleted things for 30 days. And so I had several videos that were still in there, and photos and stuff. So that was taking up room. Now I have like 13 gigs free. So I didn't understand what was going on, but that was it. So if you're having that problem, check that out and delete all the things in the recently deleted folder. You have to delete things twice now, apparently. And you should have plenty of room. So yes, I'm gonna transfer this little bit here to my computer, edit that, get things uploaded. I'm going to clean the garage, not what I want to do. And then I'm going to iron my fabric and pin the pattern pieces down and get things cut out at least, and hopefully start sewing. Tonight's one of my late nights where I'm transitioning over, so I'll be up till like 3 in the morning. So hopefully I can get some things done. I did forget to show you guys. Amber, the yarn hoarder, she mentioned this amazing Swedish, I forget what it's called, Swedish sewing paper, Swedish tracing paper, something along those lines. So rather than cut up my actual pattern, I was able to trace everything over onto this, it's like a fabric-y paper, and cut it out. So, you know, if I do actually lose weight, I can make a smaller size and my pattern isn't ruined. So I have all my pieces cut out of the actual like pattern pieces. So yeah, that's my plans, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Thank you again for watching, and bye.